Okay, peace. Cyclonious here again. This is episode number 6. Could you please tell your name to the people that's watching?
My name's Emmanuel Paul, and I'm a stand-up comedian.
Bruv, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, man, much respect. My first question to you is, how did you first become interested in pursuing a career in comedy?
I was a drama student, first of all. I was always like, because I would always, as a kid, I would always see myself on stage.
Mm-hmm.
I always I had a vision of me just like, I could see myself on stage performing.
Right.
But I didn't know what, so I started to do performing arts.
Mm-hmm.
And I took to that very well. And I'd done that in college, I'd done a bit in uni before I got kicked out. And then after that, I was like, I really wanted to pursue acting.
Mm-hmm.
And with acting, the only way you get to practice is when you go to an audition.
That's right.
And those auditions, you could do hundreds of those and get no calls and no nothing. And then you just left like just bumming about.
Mm-hmm.
But then I saw my friend Semi Cedar, who was doing comedy, and I went along with him. I said, I can write jokes for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I started writing for him, but he wasn't like delivering it the way I wanted to.
Right.
And so I said, let me go up on stage, yeah? And he said, yeah, fine, cool. And it was a heckler's night. I didn't even know it was a heckler's night.
Okay.
Where the audience can heckle you. And they're trying to heckle me, but I'm just snapping back quick because it's like, I got 6 older brothers, so it's like, in the household, you got to be quick to snap back. You got to be like, And I won the night, and that was like 10 years ago, and to this day I was just, here I am.
That's dope. Who are some of your biggest comedic influences?
Red Fox,
Dope.
Paul Mooney,
Dope.
Dave Chappelle, and Cat Williams.
Yeah, all dope.
Because Paul Mooney is someone who he just says the real raw shit.
Yeah, man. I can't lie, man. I really did appreciate that guy's comedic humor, man.
Mm.
And I went to one of his shows when he came over to, before he passed. I think it was like a couple years before he passed. I got to see him perform, so that was really good.
He's like, I wish I would have got to see him perform, but I got to see all his live specials and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm a connoisseur of comedy. I study all the greats.
Right.
Saying
that, I was about to say, what sets your style of comedy apart from other comedians in the UK?
Because I don't pick on anyone. I'm not like, oh, white people, oh, black people. I don't just take on people. Like, I understand how people's general life is, and just talk about general shit, just stuff that we all can laugh at, and no one's being, oh, you're singling me out, and because you'll find comedians like saying, I hate people go to the gym. Then I'm like, what's wrong with people going to the gym?
Yeah.
People just want to go and work out, feel better, good about themselves, and then you've got some skinny little bony comedian on stage saying, oh, and it's taking a mick out of them,
Yeah.
And it's like, and I don't like the fact that it's like, see, like this whole black versus white thing, it's been done by the greats.
Right.
And don't forget, Bernie Mac. Sorry, I forgot Bernie Mac.
Yeah, man, like Bernie Mac. Yeah.
And Patrice O'Neill. See, all these names are just coming. These names, all these guys done those topics to death at the highest level.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm like, going over those topics again? Nah, it's not about that. And that's I see a lot of black comedians that's like rehashing the black versus white and how they're poor and they'll like. They'll even like go against their own race and with like, proper like cooning out. Sorry if you're not that sick.
No, talk freely, man. Just talk how you want.
It's like they'll straight up coon and they'll straight up rip into black people just to make white people feel comfortable within themselves.
Right.
And I just want to be like, I just want to be about jokes. I just want comedy to be about jokes again.
I can hear you. How do you come up with new material for your comedy routines?
It's like for example, the other day my mum was telling me about an incident when I was at school. When when I got into a fight with I think Glenn.
Okay.
I got into a fight with him, and my mum was telling me how she somehow heard that he didn't get suspended for 2 weeks, but I did.
Okay.
Yeah, and like from there, I remember that whole thing, and I remember everything, the details, how it happened, and I just made a whole set from that the other day, and I tried it 2 or 3 times now, and it's going down pretty well.
Okay.
So it's just like day-to-day experiences, you know. It's like, there's a joke where I say, have you noticed how loud an Oyster card machine when you ain't got no money on it? You know, and it's just like little observations, little bits of things I just see every day. Like, because I miss nothing. I'm one of those guys that I see everything, but I don't talk about it.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
until it's on stage, and then I can talk about it and bring out all the minor details. And like, my mum would tell me, my mum came to one of my gigs, yeah, without telling me, and she was like, "How did you remember that stuff? How did you remember this and that happened with you?" I said, "And that happened, and I don't even remember that happened." It's like, I forgot that happened. But you remember it and brought out so much detail. I was like, yeah, Mum. I was like,
Yeah, I was about to say, you pay attention to detail.
yeah, you know, and it's always to my detriment, because I see shit about people before they like reveal it to themselves, and I'm like, and that, man, why don't you chat to me? Because I know about you.
What has been the most challenging aspect of breaking into the comedy scene in the UK?
It's the stereo. It's. I did a competition, a new act of the year competition, and it was like a room full of execs. No one was allowed to laugh. Everyone was like, you just spit your shit, and I made everyone laugh. I broke all the rules, and I came off stage, and one of the judges came up to me and said, "Why don't you try the black circuit?"
Wow.
and I just like, first of all, how do you know that I haven't? You know, how do you know that I'm not got a black gig tomorrow? You know, how do you know? Well, and why do you think I wouldn't? You know, what's wrong with doing all the gigs?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So in a way, it just felt like, it's like if you're not doing certain, they try and push you to do certain gigs and push you to be a certain way, and like when you don't want to, it's like Jamaica versus the world or Africa, and they have those battle things.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
I hear you.
I don't want to be the guy going against another black guy.
It's like a pigeonhole. Yeah. I hear you. Yeah.
You know, and it's like, that reminds me of back in slavery days when they used to pay to see 2 black men fighting each other.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't want to replicate any of that shit.
Right.
You know, and you just feel like, if you're not, like, what's the last 10 black comedians that have broke through in Britain? And you see every one of them is just slating us. Our life is a joke. You know, and they'll emphasize the worst about our community, and it's like, no, that's a small fringe group, but that's all. But they're making it, we're all about that and only all about that. You know, because it's like, I'll go to gigs here, and people come up to me and goes, "Bruv, I've seen so many black comedians, but you're the first one where I can't see where the joke's coming from."
Yeah.
Because I'm not talking about race, I'm not talking about white people, slavery. I'm not talking about subjects that they're used to hearing from us.
You're giving them something different.
Yeah, I'm not giving them, oh, we're poor. When I'm not giving them none of the stereotypical shit. You know, even when I do joke about, I do have a set about being like stopped and searched, but it's a funny shit. It's a funny one, because it was like how it initially happened in the first place. How the police officer came to stop me was funny, because I was like, I walked straight into a spider's web, yeah, and I was like, you know how you are, like, like that, and he stopped over and he said, "Why are you panicking like that?" I said, "No, it was a spider's web." He said, "I've heard that before." And it's like, and he just went in, and it's like, and by the time like So it was a funny stop and search. It wasn't like, oh, it's racism. This is no. I gave him due course for him to search me because I was acting dodgy.
Yeah.
You know, but the only way I was acting dodgy was because of the spider's web.
Yeah.
And it's like, so with that, it's not a stereotypical police against black people and black men getting arrested. It was like, no, I look bad, and I tell you why, and he understood, and just like, you know. And it's like when you're in this world, and the comedy world is so hard to try and push you in, like, you're in that category. You know, do that comedy. Don't come over here with the rest of us. You know.
That's mad. How do you assess the success of a joke or a routine when performing live?
Laughter.
Laughter is just the main thing.
Laughter.
Yeah.
Laughter. It's like, because you can, like, there's 3 stages of laughter. There's the head laugh, there's the lung laugh, and then there's the belly laugh. Like, head laugh, like, you know, and it cuts out.
Yeah.
You know, then there's the lung laugh where you're then there's the belly laugh where you're crawling over.
Yeah.
You know, and you're tucked in, and you're really holding on to your stomach because it's like it's got you. You know, and then there's the there's the fourth one, which is this. They're laughing so hard, it's this clapping is coming, and then it's like they realize, that's a clever joke. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
The way you said those, like, the way you say things, like, I like to be clever. I do not like to be stupid at all. I don't like stupid, dumb shit at all. I hate dad jokes. I flipping hate pullback and reveal, you know. Like, I'll give an example of pullback and reveal. I was at a gig the other day and someone was shouting at me, "You're shit, you're shit." Oh, I'm never taking my mum to gigs again. You know, that's
Yeah.
So like, it was my mum the whole time. Yeah. You know, it's just so lame. You know.
Yeah. Have you ever had a joke that didn't land well, and how did you handle it?
Yeah, I did. For example, I was at a gong show, and I was like 4 minutes in, and I was killing. And I said a joke. My friend's Ruben, and he's Polish, but you wouldn't know he's Polish until you speak to him because all you lot look alike, and everyone is saying. It's all looked at me, it's like, nope, can't. I got off and I thought, never say that again.
Right.
Never say that. Never say that again. Because white people love their individuality.
Yeah.
They what? I look Polish? What?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you? We say that to you. You look all the same, not us. I look completely different from an Italian or a Roman. No, you look all the same, but they just didn't. They didn't like that.
What do you hope your audience takes away from your performances?
This guy's something different, you know. He's something different. He didn't make us feel a certain way, and he made us, and it was just about the jokes again. It wasn't political. He's not aiming us this way. He's not aiming us that way. It's just about the jokes, and that's it.
That's dope. How do you prepare mentally before going on stage to perform?
First, it's like I pick my first joke. I pick an opener, and then go from there. Cause like I've always seen like rappers like you, and you freestyle, and it's like you don't say stupid shit. You know, you say deep shit. Sometimes I have to go, what did he just say? Wind that back.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, and I'm like, that's like, and when you guys freestyle as well, that's what I like to freestyle. I like to set the first joke and then just go. It's like the jokes are not freestyle. I've already like prepared them. I've got like 8 hours of material.
That's deep.
So I just keep throwing that. I haven't said this in a while. Let me say that. I haven't said that. Let me try this. Here's a new one I'm working on. So I'll mix it up between tried and true and new.
Right.
You know, because you have to like you always like have to keep up a reputation. You know, you have to like, I'm funny, but if this joke doesn't land, I need another good joke to reinstate that I'm funny. You know, because the thing about comedy is the audience has to trust you.
Yeah.
And the first 2 minutes of a set is the audience learning to trust you.
Mm.
You know, you hit it with 2-3 jokes, you're killing it. At the first 2 minutes, you're killing it. Now, what you could just put your ass next to the mic and fart, and they'll laugh.
Yeah.
After that 2 minutes, because they trust you.
Yeah,
like,
that's it.
They trust you. We've made us laugh, and like you have to really say some type shit to lose the audience after 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, but you know that's how I prepare. I always get a good one ready to just tee off, and I try and get in the zone, like just get into a comedy zone. So I'm constantly like beforehand, I'm thinking of jokes, just jokes. I won't say them, but I'm just thinking about jokes. So my brain's like in the joking mode, as it were. Because it's definitely, you have to be in the zone to do comedy. Because like so many people find out when they find out I'm coming, they go, say that's a joke, and I'm not in the mood.
I hear you.
I haven't mentally prepared myself to be funny. Because growing up in the hood around here, you don't walk around thinking funny shit. You're thinking, how the fuck am I gonna survive
Day to
day life, and that police car slowing down, why is it, you know, I'm in survival mode when I'm walking street.
Yeah.
So when I go into a comedy club, I go, no, I'm not in watch out mode, and I'm in comedy mode now, and I have to mentally prepare myself to be funny and to be light-hearted and jokey. You know.
I heard you mention about freestyling and that, and I find that so interesting that you say that's so sometimes you'll freestyle your comedy in between, like obviously you having your open and all that. You know, where is the inspiration from that coming from? In the sense that like a lot of people have like material and they just stick straight to that. Sometimes tell me if I'm wrong, it sounds like you will come away from some jokes that you might have set, and then you'll just react to the crowd. Yeah. Because
that's the thing, as you said. Sometimes in a comedy club, someone gets fresh. Someone wants to be a part of the show. Someone's with their girlfriend and like, I can say yeah, shit, and they'll throw. And then you're like, oh, this, like when you've got a set and someone says something, it throws it all off.
Yeah.
But when you're like just free and like simple, you can just your mum and you know, and then just go back to it. Yeah. Go back to where you were on track doing. So it's like I realized when you stay free and you're in the room as well. You're in the room. They know you're in the room with them, and they know. And someone said to me, it's like your comedy is like talking to my friend at the bar. And that's how I view it. It's like when you're talking to someone, you give them all the details, you give them all the juicy bits, but you throw in a bit of banter and whatnot.
Is that how you intended it though?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
Well, that's dope.
So it's like a conversation. So everyone's like, they're not like, oh, where's the punchline? No, this is a one-to-one conversation, but I'm having it with the whole audience. You know.
I like that.
So it's not it's like audience, because I'll be watching other comedians and I'll see audiences nervous and waiting to like is this the punchline? No, that's not. Is that the punchline? No. And that's like, and while I'm watching these other comedians, but when I'm up there, it's like they know, bam, that's the punchline. They know this is the funny bit coming out, and they don't know what the funny is, but they know it's coming. But it's like it'll come naturally.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
and they'll get caught off guard with the funny. You know, it's not like, oh, I'm coming with something down the road and you can see me coming now. It'll be a quick left turn then a right then a. You know.
Have you ever experienced stage fright? And if so, how did you overcome it?
Actually, as I said, I've like a drama background.
Right.
So being on stage is nothing, you know, is absolutely nothing. I love being on stage because I grew up as a Christian, so reading in front of the congregation the Bible, you know, it's second nature to be in front of people, and especially at home where it's just seven brothers, and then when you want to watch a TV show, you have to get up in front of it. Can I watch this one? It's on at 7:00, and all your shows will be finished by then, and then you have to talk to everyone. Everyone has to agree, and it's like the council of bros, and like, oh yeah, let's watch it. Even though, you know, it's just like my my whole upbringing was sort of shaping me to be this. You know, it's like you're going to be someone who's going to draw a lot of attention to you, so you have to be used to handling attention. You know.
That's deep. Can you tell us about, like, if you have one, a memorable interaction you've had with an audience member?
I've slept with one. No, yeah. Yeah, I've slept with one. Yeah, no, is that memorable? No. No. Yeah, I did have one. One guy came up to me, he was angry, and he's like, I work with disabled children, and what you said about disabled children was disgusting. I was like, wait a minute. Are you upset the fact that I was talking about my autistic daughter? Are you upset that I was trying to make a situation that literally nearly made me which nearly made me kill someone, and I'm making light heart of it because that's the way I need to deal with it, you know? And he said, and I said to him, look, you work with disabled children. You get to leave them where they are. Me, I'm going home to my disabled daughter right now. This is standard life for me. So you are here sitting there trying to eloquate your job to my life. And I was like, and to this day, it irritates me how I clearly said, I'm talking about, like, I'll explain the story, like what happened. Okay. My daughter, first day of school, came home crying. Secondary school, came home crying, unconsolably. She said, the teacher said, "Are you dumb?" You know, and having autism and everything, like. And I got a hold of my friends, and I rushed up there, to the school, found the teacher's door, kicked in the teacher's door. I said, why you calling my daughter dumb? She has autism. How dare you? Blah 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 blah. And then she said, I didn't call her dumb. I said, are you done? Okay. Wow. Yeah. So we were gonna kill her, but it turned out she misheard it to say, "Are you done?" No, are you dumb? And that's the whole, and that's what I said. And for some unknown reason, he felt it was his duty to let you know about the situation that he works at. You know, your job's terrible. You could get fired from your job. That's it. If I wanted to be really anal, I could find out where you work and go to your workplace and say, this guy was harassing me, who is a father of an autistic child. See how quickly you'll be in that job. But I wasn't. I told him and expressed him. He understood. He apologized, and he went off. Oh, so that was a good outcome. Yeah. About it, man. I did want to kill him too, but.
How do you handle criticism, or negative feedback about your comedy?
I see it as a chance to improve. You know, because the thing is, what I've learned is your haters will tell you the raw truth. Yeah. They'll tell you the raw truth. You may not like it, but sometimes you think, you know, let me work on the thing that they said and see how that turns out. If it turns out for the good, I'll keep it. If it turns out for the bad, I'll drop it. But it's something you can work on. Because if you're always evolving, you're constantly getting better. But if you say I'm the best, you're like, no. That's why all that greatest of all time bullshit. You can't be the greatest of all time. Someone's always gonna come after you who's gonna be better than you.
Yeah.
No, you can be greatest for that time.
Yeah.
Not greatest of all time.
Yeah, it don't make sense.
So it's like that's how I do it. I use it as something that I need to work on, because it's like at this present moment I get zero criticism. At the start I was getting tons, but now, because someone said to me, stop saying the N-word as much, because I was really, when I started, I was really Malcolm X in this shit. What
do you mean by that?
I was black militant.
Okay.
I was militant black. I was like, you white people, slave white people, fuck y'all, like in brief. And then I realized I'm just I'm just mimicking what Paul Mooney and others have done before me. And so I became more Martin Luther King, but I still keep the Malcolm X. But I'm like just a bit of both. I'm better. Let's work together, but fuck you guys. We can work in harmony, but remember, I've still got one eye open. We can all be, I don't mind whatever colour you are, as long as you got love in your heart and respect for others. I'll work with you. But once I see an inch of once I see something that I don't like, I will cut you off. You'll never catch me cooning. If you ever catch me cooning, saying shit, just know that's a clone.
Okay.
I've been cloned, and the real me is in a veil somewhere in full of water, just floating. That's where if you ever catch me cooning or selling out my people for any reason.
What do you think is the role of comedy in society today?
Someone told me a comedian, I think his name is Louis Schaefer. He's on GMB. He's a very funny comedian. He told me jokes are the lubricant of life. Because life fucks you, but jokes are just the things that make it a little bit better to understand and to make. I like that one. The lubricant. Yeah. So that's how I feel about it. It's like it's the thing that. It's a pressure release, It's just somewhere you can go where, for my shows, if people want to go somewhere and watch a show where you're not being attacked and you can just laugh and just feel that is someone going to be, because nowadays it's like people get offended for other people. It's like you're not even of that denomination, but you're offended because of okay. So that's why I work on I'm so tedious, and that's why when that guy came up and complained to me about the disabled people, I was like, I work very damn hard not to work on people. I talk about my life and my situation only. So that's the way I see that.
Have you ever had a moment where you felt like giving up on comedy? And if so, what kept you going?
The first, I think, after when that guy told me you should do the black circuit, and then he told me that, and I was like, I just made you all laugh, but you still want me to do the black circuit. And I thought to myself, it's like, what's the point in trying? And I thought to myself, if I lose, if I stop thinking how I'm thinking and knowing that my comedy's for everyone and not just for one particular demographic, he wins. He wins, and if I think about it long enough, I'm carrying that weight longer than he is. He said it to me for. So I use that to power me forward to think like one day that guy's probably dead by now because he's old as shit. But the fact that that was said, it was like, wow, I'm just here trying to, be an everybody guy. Everyone's got to get together. We're all getting fucked by the government here, But he just decided to keep it racial, and I was like, that's you, bro.
How do you stay motivated and inspired to continue creating new material?
It's when I finish a show and I get off stage and people say, I keep on, like, I've seen you a few times and I can't. It's always new stuff. It's always new stuff, and it's like, yeah, because I work like that, and you drive me to keep on doing it because you like it, and it's just, and it's like, and because it's like, there's going to be a time where someone's going to say, can you do a special? And I'll be like, yeah, I got jokes already, I'm ready, because I think Anthony Joshua said it one time. He said, don't get ready, be ready.
That's true.
And always, and just like, and that's the thing, because it's a buzz to make people laugh of something that didn't exist. That an observation which is clear as day and no one saw it. It's like, it was there the whole time. It was there, no one said it. Let me say it. I'm like, oh yeah, that was, I did. And people come and say, wow, I didn't even notice that. I never realized that, that. But bro, the way you put it is that, I'm like, man, I'm gonna look at things differently from now on. Okay, cool, thank you. And I change people's perspective on things, And it's like, it's just a little bit of knowledge you throw in there, and then they're a little bit smarter because they listened to you and they had fun at the same time.
What are your thoughts on the current state of the comedy scene in the UK?
Well, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Why is that?
We got like some Mo Gilligan at the top. That's why it's terrible. Terrible. When there's tons of other comedians out there who are far better than Mo Gilligan, but yet he's at the top of the pile.
Yeah.
He's at the top of the pile, and it's like, okay. He's like, when American like Dave Chappelle look at British comedy, and it says, I want to see some black dudes, and they just see Mo Gilligan, and it's just Mo Gilligan.
Do you know? So on that note, is there any like black comedians you can, like, if it's one or two, you can name drop so we know? Because to be fair, I don't really know much black UK comedians.
There's Lateef Lovejoy, Slim.
Yeah, I've heard of Slim.
There's a few. I can't say Dave Baptiste. He messed himself up, innit? It was him, and there's like Kazim. There's I can't remember his name. He's a skinny youth. I can't remember his name. Right now. But
But you name dropped a few still. So for those that don't know, they can go and look them up or whatever.
Yeah.
Can you share a sneak peek of any upcoming projects or shows you're working on?
Sneak peek. Projects. I don't even know. Cause the thing, I'm like this week, next week I've got like four shows next week, and it's like, I'm terrible when it comes to that. That's the one thing about me I'm terrible at, is organizing. And like telling people where I am and doing it, because I'm so into the craft. I'm so like wanting to perfect it and just to be the best at that I can be. I lose focus on like the promotions and the things, because if you see my TikToks, innit? I hardly put up where I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
I hardly because I'm so focused on just doing what I'm doing. I forget to tell people, hey, you can catch me live here, because I'm just so
fixed on the craft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, if people want to follow me, it's Emmanuel Paul Comedian on all platforms. You know, let's go there and you'll see what I'm doing. But it's like I really like need to stop that.
I hear you.
And start saying, yeah, I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna be there, and really noting it down. But it's like I'm having too much fun just making people happy and laugh.
That's a dope talent to have, bro.
You know.
Finally, if you could collaborate with any comedian, living or dead, who would it be and why?
Richard Pryor, because he set the standard of, like, when he came out, you wouldn't recognize him when he first started.
Why is that?
Because he was so timid. He wouldn't say a lot of things, and then something happened. I think him and Red Fox sat down, and Ross and they were talking, and Red Fox said, "Look, you are so much better when you just just talking to me. You're just way more funnier. You're way more." And then he just changed up, and he just came out and done what he done. And he was so honest about what he's like. People come out and said, "Oh, did you know Richard Pryor did this?" And yeah, he said it. Yeah, he said it in a joke. You know, we know he done crack. We know he set himself on fire with a crack pipe. We know he had many women and many wives, and we know he told us. You know, he was so honest, and he was just such a inspiring person to look at. Look, he's the truth. He's just telling you the truth. He doesn't hide who he is. He doesn't placate. He just does what he does. You know, and he was that. And it's like, never lose who you are, because he showed me when he first came out he was someone else. But people only really start to appreciate him when you were you, and you are who you are.
Authenticity.
That's the word wrapped up in a nutshell.
That's dope, man. Brother, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks for having me. It's hot in here. It
is, definitely. But they won't know that. But yeah, peace.
They will know that. I'm sweating. You shiny. You know.
Last one. Yeah.